Hey, Taola, you know what it is when I'm sitting in this chair, what we're about to talk about, who we're about to talk to at least. The brown couches where we're having that conversation with one of the best to ever do it in South African football. I've had coaches, I've had former players of different clubs. Top three, they've sat right next to me and they've poured out their hearts, telling me exactly what their football careers have been like and what they're doing next with their lives, right? Today's no different. I'm sitting with a man who is the joint third top goal scorer for Bafana. The man who in 2009 sent the world into a shock, sent South Africans into a frenzy because we celebrated what he did in that particular day. A man that Ike Casillas will never forget. I speak of one of the most prolific strikers that South Africa has ever produced. He goes by the name of Killer. That is Katlego Mphela. Killer, thank you so much for putting me out.
Sure, thank you very much.
It's been a while since you've been somebody that just speaks just about this. Recently, you know, taking a different path in your life away from football.
Exactly.
Like, what are you doing now? How about you every day? What's on your plate?
As I said, thank you for having me, my brother. Right now, I'm busy with Betway. As you know, that Betway, they're the new sponsors of the PSL. I'm one of the ambassadors. I think there's 12 of us, and we must all thank Betway for giving us this opportunity to be back and be part of, the football that we love. And also, I'm in the verge of starting my own academy. So it's something that's in the process. Hopefully, by next year, everything will be done and all the paperwork will be done. Because I'll work later that thing, and these boys Bafana. So yeah, I know a lot of people basically go VW as you mentioned, but we stopped our partnership because of certain disagreements, and also, but they still help me. They still help me with sponsorships when I do my tournaments, and they will also help me with the academic thing. So we're still working together, but I'm not full time with them.
Why did you make that decision? And what's about the first thing that South Africans think when they see what once was a well-paid footballer playing for a well-paying, two institutions, and then 5-6 years later, after you left Royal Eagles in 2017, you're wearing a VW shirt and working as a car salesman. They're already thinking, there's another one. There's another one. She'll die winky like in your toilet. But they got it wrong about that, didn't they?
Yeah, it was all wrong. I mean, you know our country, and especially in social media, you can't explain to everyone. But my older brother, or must I say my half brother from my father's side, he's into this automobile business. He's been doing it for long, so he owns his oriented colony.
Yeah.
So he knows this business. So we've been talking about it for long, and come join me and stuff. And I saw what kind of money I was making, or he's making a lot of money. So he was like, why don't you give this thing a try? And one day we were chilling with this other guy. He's from the VW. He's also my friend, Ganesh. And then he said, you know what? Let's try this thing. Come to VW. And then initially when I went, it was supposed to be I was supposed to be maybe an ambassador, but they're not taking that route anymore. So they were like, no, let's try this. And that's what happened. The post went out and the internet went wild. But in terms of me being broke and other things, I think people just think what they want to think. But I was still doing other things on the side, so I was still okay financially. So
how much sales did you make?
Yeah, it was a lot.
And it's because of Libito
Lag. So that was one of the disagreements that we had when I decided to say no. And also, there were a lot of opportunities coming from the football space. So I decided, let me focus on this, and because it takes a lot of time, you have to be there 9 to 5. And to be honest, it's not something that you're passionate about. So I was like, we agreed and we shook hands, and I came back to the football world.
So the attention you got over what you were now doing with your life, is that the reason why Tinto King started to blow up again? Because I'm sure it was quiet for a while.
Yeah,
it was for Available Eagles in 2017. That's when you decided to hang up your boots.
16 or
17. And it was that season, 16, 17.
Yeah.
And then you went quiet, media are that much. And then boom, go watch that life here. So did that popularity and that media frenzy, writing, VW, bring all of this back for you in football? Or
not like that.
Yeah.
It melted, but not like that. When that thing hit everything, there were a lot of opportunities coming. I remember Black Label, they came and they offered me a contract for it. So that's why I realized that I won't have time to be full-time there. And then who else came? I think only they came with an offer, but it was not sure. And a lot of people wanted to work with me. So honestly speaking, it did, because as you said, I went quiet for a while after my last contract with AM. So when that thing happened, then everything started to opening up again, and I was called left and right, to come and work with people. So it did.
Killer, how important has it been for you to re-Katlego Mphela after your football career? Because, there are a lot of footballers that we love still. We used to love a lot, even afterwards. And I wouldn't even be afraid to mention them. One of my footballers that I'd always wished they would have had something going for them is Mbulelo Old John Mabizet. Yeah. The other one is Lerato Shabang. We've seen where their lives have gone. It's unfortunate sometimes, but how important has it been that even when you're not playing anymore and you're not a high earner anymore, and you don't let your life go?
Yeah, I think the mistake we make as footballers is firstly it's the friends we choose. The friends we choose, because if now I'm Killer, I have retired and I must have those friends that but you have friends that you go out with and they still expose you when you're out and doing funny things, smoking, drinking. And also the family is important. Family is important, where you have that supporting structure and then they'll guide you there and there. Even if you're outside your family will always be there, especially our parents, let me say our parents. And also, you can't say now I've stopped playing and I'll say Katlego Mphela, I'll say Tlapa, I'll say Kokot. The reason also I did this VW thing and I was not afraid. It was just to show the guys that you can do, other things besides football. Because we're not all gonna be coaches, analysts, and stuff. You can do that, and as long as you put bread on your table, your kids goes to school, you support the family, that's still okay,
The truth here. But next week you will find someone else who love it.
I understand, but as you mentioned, it's very important to eat Katlego Mphela after not all of us are gonna get opportunities like you're sitting here with you, still talking with you, Bedouin, our support at the end. You understand? So it's very important. But as I said, you must choose the friends that you hang out with. And also when we're still playing, the mistake we make, we don't look beyond our careers. So what I realized, is that we have a lot of time as footballers to do other things. You can take your short courses. How many hours do you train a day? To be honest, if you don't, in a week, there'll be 2 days where you train twice, maybe. And then all these days, you have 2 hours of training. You go home, you rest, you have spare time. You can do your short courses. You can, whichever business you want to invest in, you can, you can research.
Yeah.
Because most of the guys, doesn't mean they threw their money away. Some invested in wrong opportunities, or Baba no gain. So you have time.
So you got an opportunity to play for Mamelodi Sundowns, for Kaizer Chiefs, but those opportunities happened, Super Sport United, but those opportunities came after what is most likely one of your best times as a footballer. In your 20s, and in France.
Yeah.
Was France the decision for you, or it was where you wanted to start to go somewhere else?
No, it's something that happened, like it was not planned. Because remember when I was born in Brits, and go the small place where you guys see there, not a lot of opportunities. So when I came, I got an opportunity to join Jomo Cosmos.
Yeah.
Jomo Cosmos. I was supposed to play for under 19s or something. So what Jomo did was every season he was invited overseas for the under 19s to come and play the tournament. Mm-hmm. So what he do, go up the best under 19s, more all the 18 or 19 teams around the PSL. Even Gomville, they used to do that. Some would come from even Zambia or Zimbabwe, so that we can have a strong team and go and compete that side. So when we went that side,
so he didn't take everybody from his own club.
Oh, no.
He took South Africa 11 or South Africa 22.
It was called Jomo Cosmos under 19 so football academy. Cheese was there. Remember Cheese when I was there? There were guys from Tax.
I'm glad you mentioned him because not
yeah, that's what happened. So when we played, I think me and Cheese were twin strikers. We were joint top goal scorers of the tournament. We were scouted. We were supposed to go for trials, go Benfica or something. We're still young. We don't know agents. We don't know what's happening. We just get told, hey, you're going, you're leaving. So they invited me for trials, go Strasbourg. I went there. So I was supposed to go with Cheese. I don't know what happened between Pirates and Cosmos. And then I left with this other guy, Letola Mfoken, used to play for Celtic. I left with him and he joined me. That's how I joined Strasbourg from that tournament. And then from there I stayed that side. But it was a good learning curve. That was one of the best development phases of my life, because I developed from there, and that's when I understood as a striker what you must do and what you need to do in the game. We position, and yeah.
So also Sandra.
It was difficult. Remember back then there was no social media nesting back then. It was difficult.
Also, you are learning about these environments.
So actually I mentioned this once. So someone asked me if I was honest. I was like, I could have, if I knew back then, I could have stayed longer in France. But it was not up to me as well. So when I joined Strasbourg, I was supposed to play for the reserve side. And then apparently I was too good to play with those young boys. I was called to the first team. That's when I joined the first team. So the coach that was there, his name was Antoine Campbell. He was from those Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
So the same way I came to France, it was a similar story. So that's why the reason I stayed so long was because of him.
Yeah.
He was always there encouraging me. So when he left, it became difficult for me because they brought in a new coach. That's when I don't like to talk about it, but that's when first time I experienced racism.
Yeah.
Well, and then I was loaned out
from the coach.
Yeah, the new coach, the new coach. So they loaned me out. I sacrificed a lot, I took pay cuts just because I wanted to play and keep my mind busy. So I got there, I didn't play. So I had to go back to Strasbourg.
Yeah.
When I went back to Strasbourg, the rules there, you can't sign twice for the same team in the same season. So it's either I had to go outside of the country.
Yeah.
To get a new club or where I can play. And the first thing that came to mind, I remember meeting Pitso when I came for a collab. He said to me, my boy, if ever you want to play professional football, call me. Because I'm frustrated now. I don't have opportunities. I came back for loan. I called Pitso. Everything was arranged. I came back for loan. That's when my journey of South African football started. And after that season, I had a good season. Here in South, remember I joined them Kasakan.
Yeah.
I think I scored around 11 goals in that period. So it was a good hotel. When I went back, Sundowns came that side. They wanted to buy me outright. Supersports came. But we shook hands with Supersports that if ever I do come back home, they're going to be the first priority or first preference. So I stayed again that side. 6 months again, didn't work out. And I had to come back and join Supersports. but also, with agents, and they'll take you where they think they'll benefit.
So, Hansen's, your professional career started out in France.
Yeah.
When
I left Cosmos, I never played as a new.
Yeah, I was a professional.
No, never.
We get it trailing, Jomana arrange.
So I was playing for the reserves, coach Jomana, training only with the first team. I only sat twice in the bench. Then I left.
How could did you ever, because okay, fine, you're frustrated in France, but you've proven your worth.
Yeah.
Utamomzansi, this is always a country where the league, foreign countries look at it. They'll always,
we up there.
Yeah, they want to see you. Okay, as long as you keep performing, they want to see what can we do with this. And now, Bashaba CV, how you've tasted Europe.
Because one thing, our assistant coach that mentioned to me, if you can score 11 goals in South Africa, it means you can play in top 6 clubs in this country. So you see, it's not bad. So they know the standard, they know the organization, so they keep us.
Now you come back, Pitso, Mphela come here.
Yeah.
And you get a first taste of working with him, that much, SuperSport.
Because I didn't even know him.
Yeah.
I knew the name, so I knew there was a young coach doing well by the name of Pitso Mphela, and also from his playing days. And when he said that to me, I came back to him. That was the first time we were working.
How was that experience at SuperSport? Could we remember what we saw when we were?
No, it was good because I didn't know what to expect as well. From overseas to the PSL, I've never played the PSL. The game was changing then, and then all these good players were coming. That's when also Mr. Motsepo was coming into the football. We was buying all these stars all over the world, and it was, so you could see it was improving. And also Super Sports, multi-choice or DSTV was coming in. So it was organized. From where I come from, I could not see big difference, in terms of the organizations and stuff, the systems. So when I came back, it was a bit fast for me. The people I understand. France was physical.
Yeah.
I won't lie, it was physical. But here players were skillful, very fast and fit as well. So it's like guy.
This guy is slow, ne?
It's not the same. Here more like a box to box. How
okay.
From this box to another. But in terms of talent, and it's a way maybe your Ronaldinho's, your Pogba.
Yeah.
So it's all about running, the physicality. So here it was skillful. You see Boskava and Mamel.
Yeah.
Crowd to try, and also the atmosphere stadium that it's one. People will be sitting and getting it. Here noise, so it was a different experience. And also the weather, the climate change. So to adjust, it took me a bit of time, but after I adjusted, started scoring goals, and I enjoyed it. I didn't want to.
I was out of there.
Because also, you pay me 50 rand that side to take 25 rands. You are going on, understand?
Yeah.
So it's the same. That's why you asked me why South African players don't want to go to Europe. I mean, now you have Betway that's throwing almost $1 billion. To be honest, you have maybe top 10 teams that plays well. You're home. If you have a family,
then you're home.
You have a family, South Africa's nice, man.
We don't hear a lot of it being said like that.
Besides the nightclub, I'm just saying you can go to the mall.
Yeah.
You can. There's everything in this country.
And more than anything, I think, especially about Daichi, the language.
The language, it's okay. It's not so now. It's going. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. So you can buy a nice car, a nice house, nice suburbs are nice. So people want to compare maybe West African players and South Africa. It's not the same. Go to West Africa, it's a different story. There's no malls. There's every building and the bullet holes and you understand? So they go there to survive. We go there to if they don't play me,
it's fine.
I'll play for Chiefs, I'll play for Sundowns, I'll still play the Champions League. you know. It's not like Bafana when they select you have to play.
Yeah.
No.
Even now it's worse now.
Worse now.
You go also about Mzansi. But now, between what you learned kumjomana, what you learned at your age, what you learned kumjomana, what you learned in France, and what you started learning under what at the time nobody respected Pitso Mosimane that much because there was so many the talent of a coach that he had. Sure, he was doing good things for Super Sport.
Yeah. But Super Sport is
Super Sport. Was Pitso Mosimane back then with you what we are seeing with him today?
Yeah.
In terms of a tactical coach, a smart coach.
Yeah. It's the same. And he'd say things that back then there was understand. That guy mentioned that one day I'll beat Egypt, Bafana. He was not even part of the setup with Bafana. You understand? So sometimes you think it's crazy. So with Pitso, if he signs you and you
don't think like him.
Because the guy is crazy. I mean, it was like a 2 months. So it's not about, Pitso is not only about talent. Obviously, when he scouts, it means you're a good player.
Yeah.
So, we have football. So, how sides did you where you watch it? Oh, but I have 6 TVs, me, bro. I watch all the games. Musadi Kim Kardashian, so, how crazy is that? So, that's what you see, that's another thing. So, but my story with him, there was a time I realized, we have similar characteristics when, because Nevanto trailer when he was a player, what he was doing. And I was doing same things. And you could see he believed in those things, you know. He believed that I was going to score goals. So the things you see now, back then he was doing them twice.
Yeah.
And Taman will go and play a Nedbank Cup with a team from somewhere, and he'll tell you all the players one by one, their strengths, their weaknesses, their names. I'm talking about this, not even a Vodacom team, small team, you understand? That's how he was, and also hands-on. Like, first time they were landline going through, that's because of Pitso. We were all forced to have landlines, because, you could be driving, our phone, cell phone, or park mole, or somewhere watching my TV. My boy, we should be game Chiefs. So, got landline, it goes straight, go through.
Yeah.
So, but I think he has changed a bit, like, maybe mature. Then he was too passionate or about to improve, and he was too much sometimes. So players couldn't understand it. So yeah, I'll say he's still the same. He works out, that guy.
Mamelodi Sundowns, what encouraged the decision for you to say, okay, yes, I knew the Bampata when I was still in France, but what then said to you when they came to you, okay, Chief, you are one of the best strikers in the country right now. You are scoring for fun. Zwagal.
Actually, it was funny how it happened. You remember when I mentioned Celebata Bampata France?
Yeah.
I came back, I did well. Pitso left, joined Bafana.
Yeah.
That's when Gavin came in. That season we won the league, but I was not playing. But Sundowns still came. So what happened with Super Sports? I think I had 2 years left in my contract. When Kevin came, I remember when he first came, just like any other coach, he wanted his players. He was not sure about us, most of us, and he still gave us a chance. We went for preseason, we went to Australia. And then when we came back for Australia, the decision was changed. He even called me in the office and said, I want you to stay. You were part of the group that was transfer listed, but I want you to stay. You will be my second captain. And so the trust was back. And so we went. So it was that, I can't remember African Cup, I go Ghana, African Cup of Nations, when Pereira was Asafito. So I was picked to go for the AFCON. So a journalist asked me, I think it was Sokaladum. So Bamputi, it was an interview like this. Who do you think is better between, but he put it another way, not like this. But they will always take it. Between Pereira and Kevin. I'm like, no brainer. Kevin, since I pulled up from Salas to Super Sport, he didn't want anything yet. Pereira came. He won the World Cup. He coached Ronaldo. So, I mean, this guy is not, you can't compare. So, out of context, I came back from the AFCON. Jimmy. So, when we used to play, it was for TT there. You have a bit campus. So, there's to get to the fields, you have to walk maybe 5 minutes. We changed, we walked. The sessions were planned, we're picking up poles and stuff. He called me on the side. Like, are you not training today? Remember, we went there for a month.
Yeah.
So that thing happened a month, Katlego. And you're not training today. I'm like, what? Why? Like, you have to go to the office, run back. The article that was written, so we trail. This year. But I was like, DC. He didn't say anything wrong or didn't say who was a bad coach. I mean, I went, like, okay, I went there and I was charged. I think the club in disrepute at that. Then I understood, it's time. It's time. And then all of a sudden, Sundowns offer came in. Sundowns came a season before start. I went to Gavin, it's like, I'm leaving. Sundowns won't be. I leave those ones.
Stay, I want to make you my second captain.
They came back again and the deal was like, my agent called me. You're going to Sundowns. I was not playing the whole. Like, no, you're going. So I signed Sundowns the other night with the right back as Winslow guy. Because we had the same agent. We went there as a package. That's how I joined Sundowns.
You are older now, maturer now. You've experienced DC across with different coaches. Le Kevin.
No. I think if the difference, Kevin, I don't think we fought because we still meet and I think if my career didn't go well after leaving Super Sports, they were left. Maybe. But I thought, it was a blessing in disguise. He gave me an opportunity. I used to score goals for Super Sports, but not a lot of people recognized me or knew me. And for me to get to that level, I needed that step. To go to Sundowns so that I can go to the national team and get the exposure I needed. And I'm sitting here with, you mentioned that I'm the third top goal scorer. I scored against Ike Casillas, it's because of that step, the step I took to the next level by joining Sundowns.
Was that the best part of your career?
It's
my career,
I think so. Because I stayed there for a long time and it's not easy. Remember also when I joined Sundowns, I was struggling with injuries. When I joined, there was Usa Zuma, Besuma, so Vilakazi. So you
like the ghosts.
Yes, that's when Motsepo was coming in now and buying all these players. And there you cough. You out back to the China light warm. You see, so you don't have time to get injured, you don't have time. So I got Megakawa to buy this season. So I remember there was a room I was supposed to be loaned as well. So you can understand all the effort it took me to give it the first like I go Sundowns. It took a lot.
There's always been a belief, and there was at least at the time, Habana, may his soul rest in peace, the likes of Ducherenyeka. Sundowns, like you say, a billionaire's checkbook can buy the world. Dr. Patrice Motsepe was buying the world at that time. He was buying South African football. And you can understand, why not? I'm trying to build something.
And he's passionate about
football. He always had a dream, I need to win the Champions League. I need to go to the Club World Cup. And he eventually did. But did any of you go Sundowns, the players that is, share the same belief that fans did? Or Sundowns is where some careers went to go die. Zuma. So that Thor was never supposed to come back from Europe and not go to Pirates.
But yeah, I think it depends how you look at it, especially as a player. When you go there, you remember there's players that still earn back then. I don't know now. They would still earn 5,000 once.
Yeah,
and Mr. Mutsepu will come and say 10 times. If I'll give you 10 times this. If you look at it, 50,000 rand, I mean, fail.
Yeah.
But he says 10 times. It changes your lives. You don't even think about it. You just say, "Kita wanna go pay." You understand? But as you mentioned, it happened. But it also happened to other teams where players go there but I also blame, when it comes to that, you must have people that will, I'll say agents, because agents can want to represent in South Africa, you know? It's not, I won't say our parents, or it's not like in Europe. And they know these things, you know. They must guide players and say, "Look, there's an offer here, big offer from Sundowns. You're still young. There's an opportunity for you to go overseas. I'd advise you to take this for your development." But the agent look at this and say, "This guy's going to get paid 100,000, 1 million sign-on fee. My commission is..." You also do that.
Yeah.
You also do that. So I think that's where it becomes tricky.
So, or Regisa to Sundowns, knowing very well, or most likely you won't get as much of a chance. And I keep coming back to Henyekani, because Henyekani was the best striker at one point.
And Chiefs was...
And then you go and you join Sundowns, which wasn't a bad thing, because even there he was performing. He went there, he performed, but the competition at Mamelodi Sundowns was so high.
But I also felt like with Richard, the style of play didn't suit him. With the coaches back then, because I played with him there. The coaches came and went, and all the coaches couldn't fit in their style because he was too fast maybe for the Sundowns. You know, they build up the ball.
Yeah.
Now maybe could have played because they have Shalules and Reinas. So it's dead, as I'm saying. But also with players, I don't think they think about going to play there when this opportunity comes from Sundowns, because you know there's I see there's 5 strikers there in front of me, quality.
Yeah, but you're hoping we're okay sharp. There's the league, and then the cup, and then maybe Champions League. You get somewhere, Mutozana.
If you're an ambitious player, you want to play all of the games. If you're an ambitious player, you can't say, "I'm going to Sundowns and get a ML black label, get a ML netbank."
Yeah.
So that's the difference, maybe. I'll be honest, people go to Sundowns, I don't think for sporting reasons. They know they will win, it's fine, but it's influenced by Nyoko, by
when you went there to win.
Yeah, because they and remember, they wanted me before.
Yeah.
They wanted me before, and I could see, you remember those times, who was the coach, Kappa and stuff, the football they were playing. I wanted to score goals, and I was like, "I'm on the tapping again." And we had players, national team, they knew, come join us. So, mine was go to play, to prove myself, and obviously get the exposure, but not for free as well. I was not going to get the money I was getting with Super Sports. That was obvious.
Yeah.
So, I went, and it improved. All the years it improved. When you do well at Sundowns, you get rewarded. Yeah. That's another thing.
The best player at Sundowns you played with, and I ask you this question because there's one particular player in Nakenanawari. Today he still doesn't get the respect he deserves, but I'll tell you who it is. The best player that you played with for Sundowns.
Yeah, there's a lot, but when I started scoring goals or doing well, there were good players. There was Chiz, there was Pelembe, there was Teko came after. There was Papizo Twane. But there's a player that came in, and that's when I understood, though. For me to do well, I need to play with this kind of players. Mabuti Kanyeza came, and he was doing all the work. People didn't... That season, I became a top goal scorer. He was fighting defenders. He was taking defenders away. I was scoring tap-ins. When that guy left, then I had to adjust and change and that's when I couldn't score the goals I was scoring before. So that's when I understood surely this was the guy I was benefiting from, because if I check those games and he was there, was getting a lot of opportunities. And there's also Pelembe. Once in a while, you put nice crosses. There's Papizo Twane.
Yeah.
One-on-one with goalkeepers, but with Maputo, it was something else.
The player that I'm thinking that doesn't, I feel, and it's my personal opinion, doesn't get the respect he deserves today. Sure, from Batuba Sundowns, so Mari, from South African football, Surprise Maurice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yes. Intelligent player. Intelligence. He was not very fast, but the guy was strong. The first touch out of this world, intelligence. We could play from midfield to the front positions. That's not pace in itself, but always in the right positions, like stuff. First touch, the ball when he's here, you won't take it. The way he saw the game, and unfortunately, I didn't play with him enough to say that. But when hope level is still Sundowns, he must be up there. He must be up there.
What happened that you had to leave Sundowns? Did you want to leave Sundowns when you left Sundowns?
No, not really. What happened?
I don't think I'll ever talk to a former Sundowns player. Yeah, I mean, it was time to go. If anything, I think you were like, get ace, manis. Yeah, it was time.
No, I could see they were taking a different direction of pitch. Like I mentioned, though, I'm experienced enough to know it's time to, you're child, it's time to go. Age-wise, I was just 58, Finse calendar, and I've been there for almost 6 years. That's when Pitso came the season when we were doing bad. We did bad. So as a player, personally, I felt bad that we're letting this team down. They're taking care of us, and maybe child with these old stars and couldn't win a trophy for so long. I don't know. Coaches. Then they came and Pitso brought all these players, billiards, Dolly. You could see the direction they were taking, the football they wanted to play. So I was not playing because of injury again. I was not playing. I think when Pitso came, Nelon Feta injury, I just came back from a 9-month layoff injury. So
ACL.
Yeah, ACL.
Yeah, ACL.
So they took the place.
Yeah.
So it was, when I came back, it was difficult. It's no longer the same because I was a player that I knew my strength. Negative explosive. So for me to score goal, I have to defender, pacing. So it didn't happen necessarily at all. So I had to change my playing style, and so contract FM. I'm on a certificate guy 6 months. I can sign with anyone. So my issue with them is that no one came to me and was telling me about this, the situation.
Yeah.
Like, are we staying? Are you going? And it was meeting. People were talking. My agent was happening. Still waiting for Sundowns. So I thought. So next time I went again now. Then December came. You can sign with anyone. So Super Sports came like with the situation. I spoke to you again with your agent. We're not gonna give you the same money, but we'll secure
an offer
contract. We'll give you 2 years. And then the sign of you was okay. It's like, my agent, I'm going back to Super Sports. Aces came. The helicopter was waiting. Remember those guys?
The two brothers.
The Greeks. Okay, give me Greek. They had money, those guys. My agent was like, Vit, these people are offering you this. But I saw I'm not going to and fight alone. I remember I just came back from, I'm not going to perform. And I know when you don't perform with those guys, they decide not to be, So I'm like, Aces. So what are you doing? Super Sports. Last day in Vertigo sign Super Sports, I get a call. Okay, come to the office, Mamelodi. I go there. My agent was Len. I go to the office. Stuart Baxter. It's on a Friday. So it's happening. In fact, it's the way when you're above 30, you just come back from an injury, you don't play. Chiefs will come for you.
Yeah.
It's another opportunity. Remember when I grew up, I was supporter Chiefs. So I go, at least I can make Mdala proud. 1 year, 2 years, course.
Yeah.
I could sit down, sure. So I knew Stuart from the national team.
Yeah.
In fact, we want to. Did you sign in Sundowns or anyone? No. Yeah, we want to. Me? Yeah. But this was going to happen. So, I'm not telling a difference game,
Yeah.
Sundowns, everything was quiet. When they came, they were straightforward. We want to, but we want to use it for KEF. We have Kingston, we have Musono, we have Parker.
Yeah.
They're doing well. The team has been together for 3 years, 2 years. That's the season we won the league. Okay. But they're not saying you don't want to play in leagues. The thing you were saying,
direction
okay. You'll play. With your qualities, you'll play. Just get yourself fit, you'll play. Okay, no, sharp. Well, let me think about it. So, Bavaya, Gabloma Legend, David, Pelastena. Go phone left then, often less than I'm explaining. Then alive, it seems get Chiefs. The man Agatamaya, if anything happens, he knows. But you know, football people, they say this and come up along. Okay, Malan too, but Malan, my agent, it was around 12, 5 o'clock. I got a call. Sharp, you're going to train. Sharp, you're going to sign Kausan. But accept deal like that. But we just call it Sharp. So, Laduma by it all. So now I wanted to keep it under wraps.
Yeah.
As much as I can. Because I know now I have to go back there and stay another 6 months. It's going to be hell.
Yeah. But what does it do? Difficult.
They were told, and the following day, the meeting was called. Motsepe came. So this guy, Jabu, Shong, signed with Vet as well. So again, now Jabu. So we're meeting him, Lonely too. Battle beat, so good. And then I called my agents, I'm like, hey, sure, this is what's happening, and I think it's gonna go to me. And then they called Bobby, and then they reached a settlement. So I was one of the luckiest players that she's paid something for Sundowns, and Sunday I left. I was training with Chiefs the same Sunday. So that's what happened, Gamnal Sundowns. But also, Pitso is something sharp, but I felt like it was because of I joined Chiefs.
Yeah.
If I joined Super Sports, I don't think there was going to be a problem. Because Super Sports came out as well. No one was saying, Chiefs, everyone was, So I think that what this was so sharp. But also, as I said, the whole season, my contract was expiring. The media was all over the issue. No one was saying anything.
And you need to secure your future.
Exactly. And Chiefs that comes once. It was the first time Chiefs in battle in your career. Guess I maybe Madala said.
And about Shebe, about Nage, when you were at the top of the game.
Exactly.
I don't want to know.
Above over 30. After 9 months, I'm like, they're giving you what you want, and one of the best teams I've ever played for in terms of structure, management, professionalism, quality.
And that's what I wanted to find out. Did you enjoy your time there? Do you have any regrets about Kaizer Chiefs?
No. Actually, I wish I could have went there 2 years earlier, maybe. If it was up to me. Because the organization, the brand, puts you up there. That's something we don't know when we're outside. But when you get there, go how you're gymming, or go how you're officing, or go that's bro. And then Bobby as a manager there, he took care of his players. He took care of us.
I want that, because I knew it in you.
No.
Bob Stakey out there. Bob Stakey, to a lot of people, is, he was horrible team manager, but Who is Bongu Taung as a football manager?
Personally, when I met him, when I started knowing him personally, I always saw this in school media.
Yeah.
And but when he's there, but there's things that us soccer players do, or we get in trouble, and he'll be the first one to protect you. And besides that, only he made sure you're okay. When you get injured, it doesn't happen often where a manager will come to you and say, let's go sharp, do this and do this. I want you to play. I want you to, not the coach should be. No, straightforward like that.
He does it with every player.
Yes.
He doesn't do it with a Killer Mphela who scores against Casillas. He does it with Nyan.
Whoever played under Bobby, maybe they'll attest to that. That's what I experienced. Like, sure. And you remember, Bobby, don't take him just as a manager. He's understand. So, the guys who played for Chiefs under Bobby, they will tell you, he took care of us. I'm not saying, obvious, not financial. So, no. Like, if you want to go to training, you want to perform, and I also heard stories before, Kabujabu, who was protecting them, he wanted them to do good, but until until everybody protect until one. So it was one of the best teams by far I've played for.
What do you feel like you could have achieved with SuperSport, Mamelodi, Sundowns, and Kaizer Chiefs that you never did? Ushota, out from those three teams.
With my qualities, could have been up there with Bush, the charts for the top goal. I don't think I've scored enough goals. When I look back, people say I scored goals because they see me scoring important goals in big games. But when I check the numbers, the stats.
So you care about the stats?
I care.
You are a stats.
That's what was pushing me as a striker. I'll be that type of, if I go to the game, I don't have, Cheese doesn't create, he'll tell you, it doesn't create the chance for me, I get mad at him. I don't shoot that goal, I get mad at myself, stay behind. So I always said those targets.
So, and like strikers is a being the number
in their own position. You must fight your midfielders, you must fight your wingers, because how are you going to score goals? So I was that kind of person, and even the record, the Bafana fan, because even the man himself, he told me, you know what, the only person who will bring this record is you.
Yeah, but the record whole day.
Yeah, baby. So with Bafana fan, you know, they change coaches again. Years they don't call you. Some coaches come, they don't like you, they don't call you. So if Pitso maybe stayed a bit longer, go squat then.
Because not running out of money, go squat.
Exactly.
They will not run out of money.
To be honest, my brother, 37 goals is so much.
The goals are 31, 23.
With the games we played,
he played 74 games. I think you played 53.
So I don't think it was a number that was impossible.
If you played 74 or 75 games,
and there's also games we played with missed chances. But that's what pushes you, and people from outside say, you had a great career because of that, because of the mentality that you had to push yourself. So I didn't break the records because Modimu, hopefully someone will come in.
Is that CAF Confederation Cup goal at 2009 the greatest thing you've ever done as a striker?
It must be. It must be. Because you check the goal, the importance of the tournament, the opponents we play, the goalkeeper scored against,
where you are,
the crowd, the
distance, right?
I've never scored a goal like that before. I'll be lying. I've scored beautiful goals or important goals. To score against Casillas, who was the number one goalkeeper back then. Spain, they won the World Cup.
Yeah.
They won the Euros, and then
they won the Euros the year before. They won the World Cup the year after.
So they were number one team in the world. Then you play against those quality players. I think by far it must be one of it's one of the best goals, the best goal I've ever scored.
And did that goal say to you, yeah, I am who I think I am? Right. Did that goal confirm Roki? I was like, I've played around them. they've always, pushed me. But that goal said to you, "Go fit about dressing room, also glass water." Yeah.
Yeah, I gained that respect for that goal because everyone was talking about it. Even today, after more than a decade, when people see me Casillas, So with that goal, I thought it was my ticket then to Europe. I thought that it was done in my mind that I'm going back to Europe, and not as a youngster now, as a matured, established player to a big league, top 5 leagues maybe. Even if I went back to France, but I knew I'm going there now as an established player.
Killer, what do you change about your career? Go to today, you are 39, you haven't played since 2017, you decided, right, you didn't know.
Yeah, injuries.
What do you change about your career that will then make you the all-time top goal scorer Mzansi and one of the top scorers in South African football?
What do I change? I think when you face these frustrations of not playing and injuries, the mentality is to stay disciplined.
Yeah.
Jig and discipline is important because now you're injured, you can't run, you put wrong things into your body, you don't sleep, you don't want to get healed enough, you obviously going to put weight because you're not active. You come back, you get injuries, discipline, but in terms of the choices I made in my career, I mean, the teams I played for, I don't regret. As I mentioned, stayed a bit long and overseas. But also, if I stayed a bit long overseas, maybe I don't score against Casillas. Maybe I don't know. I don't play the World Cup. So it's a tricky one, but I'll say discipline.
Yeah.
Say discipline is an important one.
You are one of the faces of the Betway, which means you're the ambassador for the Betway Premiership. I'm going to put your head on the block to go by top 3. Champion, number 2, and the last Confed Cup spot.
How many teams do they qualify for?
So
Africa, 5.
Champions League, number 1 and 2. And then officer number 3, Confederation, the winning Nedbank Confederation.
Yeah. A week back, I said Sundowns was going to win the league, but I retweeted the statement. Especially, I went to Sundowns the last week. I watched them play against AM. They won, but maybe I don't know what they want to do. They keep in the same technical team, or they want to change it. If they continue the same pilots winning the league, they keep the same momentum or consistency. But from what I've seen yesterday, I think if the league finish tomorrow, Pilots win the league.
Yeah.
So I'll say Pilots is winning. Sundowns second. Mal isn't a points about.
Yeah.
Sundowns second just because of its Sundowns and the depth they have, the quality in the squad. But this year it says Pilots pushing all the way. And then third, I know I said Stellenbosch, but I'll say I'll put Chiefs third, Stellenbosch fourth. I changed that. Chiefs third, Stellenbosch fourth. Kylan Black, Chiefs. To Chiefs.
Leonard Bank.
Nedbank. Pilots loved it. Pilots will win at football.
Okay.
I think so.
Before good Mphela, we've just done the Ballon d'Or now to crown apparently the best player in the world. Who's your best player in the world? Besides Messi and Ronaldo, historically.
Historical. Brazil and Ronaldo, they are mine. Yeah. Unfortunately, but the stats are crazy as well. He shake. Unfortunately, injuries.
So you went in now, we're not different.
Yeah.
If the body didn't say.
Yeah. But there's always strikers. There's other strikers that I like. But when I mean, Ronaldo, I've seen him come out like. So he was something else.
It's been such a pleasure, Uplomalwena, just talking about anything and everything. And all the best, guy, Karim.
Yeah.
And I hope you can become responsible for producing the next best striker.
Yeah. It haunts me, haunts me.
No, we need someone that's going to break the record. Yeah, Benny McCarthy. Yeah, how?
Yeah.
So we hope that everything is vibrant. But thank you so much for making the time.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
Killer Mphela.
Sure.
One of the best to ever do it in this country. A man whose foot was ridiculously deadly. This man brought humiliation to the Euro 2008 winner, the FIFA 2010 winner, and the legendary Real Madrid goalkeeper, Kalotuli won, on one warm afternoon at the FME Stadium. He's been chilling with us, and of course, you can catch this interview, like every other, on the Smash Sports Inc. account, as well as Football Faras, everywhere on our social media pages. You are going to love it. But for now,